Well, new developments tonight in the case of the Baltimore police officers, 6 of them charged in the death of Freddie Gray. Today, all 6 officers pleaded not guilty to the charges, and their trial has now been scheduled for October. But a recent op-ed piece by the Baltimore Police Commissioner, Anthony Batts, makes it sound like this will not be the last arrest of cops. This is the police commissioner. He wrote, quote, "Our reform efforts will very likely see more police officers arrested. We will have more officers who are forced out because of their outmoded views of policing do not match the standards the community expects and demands." Mark Furman is a former LAPD detective and a Fox News contributor. Mark, already we are hearing pushback from officers who don't want to come on camera because they're worried they're going to get fired, saying, "Way to have our backs, Commissioner. Now we haven't even done anything wrong and you're threatening to arrest us."
Well, Megyn, when you look at the lack of leadership in Baltimore, I think they should look at this as your major problem, from the mayor, the commissioner, to the local politicians, community leaders. It's leadership, and nobody is looking at the conduct of the people in the communities where the police are having to respond and ultimately be shown to be involved in all these, egregious situations that the commissioner is citing. So how do you create morale and confidence in a leader that's throwing you under the bus every time he gets in front of a camera?
But he would say, and does say in this op-ed, if you are an honest cop, I stand behind you. If you make an honest mistake, we stand behind you. And we expedited the procedure to take a look at cops' behaviors when they get challenged. However, if you're a dirty cop or a bad cop or a cop who's a racist, you're going to get called out and you're going to get kicked out. And that's the way it should be.
Well, that's the way it always was, Megyn. So let's lay the definitions down in Baltimore so all these cops know exactly what they're playing with. What's his definition of a bad cop? What's his definition of too much use of force? What's his definition of racism? They should know what the rules are before they go out in the street and expose themselves and their families to quite possibly a court proceeding and prison time.
Mm-hmm. They say that they've been implementing more training in Baltimore, but it is extraordinary to see the head of the police force go out there and essentially promise his force some of them are going to get arrested. I mean, it's one thing when they have misbehaved and you can say this case is likely going to lead to an arrest, although even that would be problematic legally. But to just send out a warning in a situation, Mark, where the cops are already coming under fire for allegedly not going after it, the crime situation as aggressively as they could have because they feel concerned they're going to get arrested.
Absolutely. And they shouldn't be aggressive right now. And they shouldn't go the extra mile. And all the special units and all the special activity that's needed to actually take the fight to suspects instead of waiting for those suspects to commit a crime takes a lot of morale. It takes a lot of backing by your leaders. It takes a feeling in a unit that somebody's got your back. They don't have that. The crime's going to go up. The murders are going to go up. It's going to be a long, hot summer. And Commissioner Batts is trying to save his own job and save face over the arrest of officers and the threat of officers. He's only going to make the situation worse. Officers are going to do less and see less if they think that they're going to actually be arrested by this man because he doesn't have their back. It's crystal clear.
Mm-hmm. And you know what's crazy is we've been told that they're under threat now if they speak out publicly with their own opinions or how they feel about all this. And yet the commissioner is very vocal about what he thinks of the men and women who work for him and what he thinks should happen to them. And yet if they dare say anything, have an opinion of their own, their jobs are on the line, Mark.
Well, Megyn, some departments have certain rules that you cannot go on any media outlet or talk to a journalist for a written publication about a certain situation, usually an ongoing case. But this isn't. This is about an attitude of punishment for officers that have not yet occurred. It's also about how they're being treated in their units to go out in the street and supposedly They demand that they actually do aggressive police work, but they don't allow them to, and when they do, they want to arrest them. So these officers have had their First Amendment rights taken away from Commissioner Batts, while he is going out on TV and in written publications and doing exactly what he's telling them they can't do.
That's the thing. And then if they come out and they say anything about Commissioner Batts, you know they're going to be in trouble. We're going to continue to follow it, and we're going to continue to reach out to those who he has taken direct aim at and see if they can find the courage to offer their response. Mark, good to see you.
Thank you.